Frame on the scoreboard, who trails 4-1.
Well done to Stephen Lee, good character, century number 9 of the tournament so far. And Steve, you were saying he hadn't got in so far in the first 4 frames, but he has now.
Well, you need a bit of help sometimes, and he got it from the unfortunate incident where Mark went into the pack and knocked a red in the middle pocket. And a player of Stephen Lee's class, if he's given enough chances, he will get back in the game. And we can see now from how well he cues why he's in the top 16.
Yeah, he's got back in the top 16, JP. He missed out for 3 years, he drifted out. It's funny listening to Rob Walker when Stephen Lee comes out, he says he's got a smoother silk queuing action, and everyone talks about him in such high regard, but his record is one, sadly, not quite of the
No, I think he's mostly won about 4 ranking events, which, listen, you know, that's very good, but we think it'd be better with the way he hits the ball. Yeah. The funny thing is, that break there, even though Mark Selby knocked one in and he put him in the balls, it still comes with a pressure because you've got to make the frame clearance there. The balls are lovely, yeah, but you've still got to take them because you know it's going to be 5-0 otherwise. So a little bit of pressure on him, but that was more like him.
Yeah. Obviously, as well, we were hearing the guys in commentary, Steve, talking about the fact that he looks up at the scoreboard, sees 4-0. He's going to be feeling a lot better now. Yeah,
and you know, at 4-0, you've got nowhere to go really other than just play your game, let yourself sort of relax a bit. And to some degree, I think that's the problem with Stephen Lee. Sometimes against the big names in the game, he tightens up a fraction. When he fancies the job against some of the lower players, he does seem to have played him in the World Championship qualifier, absolutely annihilated players. He doesn't seem to do so well.
Mistake from the break-off from Mark Selby. Caught the blue, and that's what left that easy starter. You won't be getting concerned just yet. There you are. Here's that little rhyme to remind you, whatever you do, don't hit the blue. And it was nice enough for Stephen just to drop it in and play for the black. Now there's 2 reds that will be just above the black. If you can leave a nice angle on the black, you could just cannon into the right hand one of those 2. And with a little bit of pace, could just open a few more and still be on a red. Well, he couldn't hold the cue ball for that shot. And coming off the top cushion, it can go wrong. Just got to judge this well. He's still trying to, I think, try and play off the top cushion to that right-hand side of the 2 above the black. Caught it thin. Is he on the red? I'm looking at his face.
16.
Tells me no.
He had such a good angle there. I thought he would have played more power into the reds there. I know the 2 reds are a little bit away from the main pack, but still sure I thought I might have taken the chance with that. Playing this well a little bit aside. And that's well played.
17.
Put that a little right hand side to square up the angle.
Yeah, and he couldn't have played it much better. That was an excellent shot. He couldn't have got through to it playing ball. Stephen said lots of right hand side, and it just swings the object ball to the left. He's not perfect on this black. He's desperately looking to see if there's a ball that's potable without having to disturb anything. And that red, it looks as though it will just go. The trouble is, when they're very tight like that, you feel as though you want to get right in behind them. Has he overhit this? No. I think he's just about okay.
24.
Of course, in potting it, he's going to be running into other reds.
It's this shot again, John, isn't it? You say you prefer to screw these back. I'd be following through the pack here for the black.
Yeah, this one I prefer to run through. I think if you screw back on this one, I don't see what... Well, unless the pink's available.
25.
And it was, but where does the next red come from?
Yeah, I think that was slightly negative, perhaps, to play for the pink there. I know you're always trusting to a little bit of fortune when you're falling through the pack, but with his cue power and his cue action, it's quite a comfortable shot for Stephen, I thought.
Yeah, well, the only shot I can see here is to pot the pink with lots of top and right-hand side and come off the side cushion to try and go into the cluster. I think he might just be able to make the angle, unless if he can force an angle. Well, he didn't think he could. So that's all he's going to get, an extra 6 points and a safety.
31. Stephen Lee, 31.
Well, it should have been a better one than that. I know there was a nice target he was thinking behind green and blue, but it's basically putting all your eggs in one basket, knocking a red towards the corner, and he's not covered. This is a chance for Mark Selby. Well, dear me, he hit across that one. Let's see what we can see here. He's at completely wrong side of the red. And you missed that far, it's a shock to the system.
Yeah, I think he's put a lot of unintentional left-hand side, which has pushed the white over to the right. You say, I've not seen Mark hit a ball that badly for a long time. This is a test of cueing. Keep still.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. Whenever you're near the side cushion, always going to be tough. It's probably one of them. He thought, well, the only red I can leave is the one I'm playing, but of course he nudged those two reds into the open.
One.
And he's finished on the pink. Well, didn't have the best of angles on the pink to play the cannon, and he may be wishing he'd have played something else now. It was always going to be difficult to develop too many reds and be certain of where the cue ball was going to finish.
Mark Selby, 7.
Well, it's turned out okay. Tighter on the, or tighter cushion would have been better. This would have cut out this striking down on the cue ball, as he can do now, and bring the cue ball back to the cushion. But he's misjudged this. Where's this red going? He'll be lucky if it goes in. He'll be lucky if it goes in.
1.
Dear me. And Stephen Lee